Hi guys, Lee here. Today we will be making these beautiful crunch wraps. I'm very excited. It's like Taco Bell, but 10 times better. So let's cut these open and see how they look, just so make you watch the rest of the video. Alright guys, oof, look at that. That looks amazing. Listen, if you click out of this video right now, don't come back to this channel. Alright guys, so first things first, we are gonna make our pico. I did this pretty cool thing with a knife. I see that in like chef movies. I've always been scared to do it. See, that looks dangerous. But we're gonna start with our pico. I forgot to buy red onions. Don't be like me, use the red onions. But you know what, it's okay. I'm not gonna go to the store and we'll be fine. We'll use white onions. But if you don't have, do it like me, but it's better to have your red onions. So we're gonna go ahead and chop these. I think chopping onions is my least favorite thing to chop. Like out of everything, gotta be onions. I cry like a baby. I cut this little half here, and when I cut the half, I was like, no. My eyes get super watery and I start crying. Okay, so get a little bowl, put half of an onion. Red onion preferred, but white onion is okay. Now we're gonna do tomatoes. Chop the little head off. This is also my least favorite thing to chop. I just feel like they're so chaotic. Like, they don't stay in the same place. So, like, there has to be an easier way to cut tomatoes. I think I'm gonna start using a mandolin. Like, not a mandolin, but the little machine, but like the chopper one, because this is really annoying. All right, so now that the tomatoes are all chopped, you're gonna add cilantro, nice and chopped up. We're gonna do a scoop of garlic paste. You don't need to use this garlic paste like the one that I have, but if you wanna use mine, I have a video. You can go watch it. Now we're gonna do limes. I'm gonna put a lot of lime because I love lime. And this is a homemade pico. You don't need to do it homemade like this, but damn, look at how this has no damn juice. What the? Hopefully the rest are different. Intermission. All right, guys, so I had to do that off camera because it was just like, it was really hard. Like, some of them didn't have much juice, so I ended up doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 limes, but mine did not have much juice. So maybe just do like 2 or 3, well, no, like 3 or 4, and just make sure you try it. If you want it to be very limey, then just do more, but mine were not juicy, so hopefully yours are juicier. All right, I'm gonna go in with some pepper and salt. We're gonna do a little splash of olive oil. Give that a nice mix. All right, perfect. Now we're gonna set this aside. Just go put this in the fridge, and we're gonna start on our picadillo. All right, now we're gonna cut our little baby peppers. You can use the big peppers, but I like the small ones because I feel like they're really sweet. So just gonna take out all the seeds. So I'm just chopping these up into like little pieces like that. All right, and now we're gonna head to the stove. All right, guys, so we're gonna start on the picadillo. We're gonna do some onions and some peppers. I got this, well, my sister gave it to me. I would always be there like with the beef and be like, if this just has one little thing, and I will be here forever, like trying to break up the ground beef, break it up until I discovered this. You see that? It's like has like 5 of them, and it makes it so much easier. You guys are gonna watch me use it. I love this thing. It's freaking awesome. We're just gonna cook this up a little bit and add our seasonings. A little pack of sazon, always necessary. We'll do a scoop of our garlic. And if you don't have garlic paste, and if you don't want to go watch my recipe and learn how to cook fire by using my paste, you can use regular garlic, but I wouldn't suggest that. I'm gonna do a little bit of chicken bouillon. Garlic powder. Be generous. Onion powder. I'm also cooking a lot of meat, so that's why I'm using a lot of seasonings like that. You don't need to make as much as me. You know, it just depends on how many people you're cooking for. I'm planning on making like 6 crunch wraps, or 7 or 10. Depends on how hungry I can, you know, how much I can take down. We're gonna put some oregano. Oregano. And I'm gonna add a little bit more sazon. You know what? I should probably do like 2 packs. Yeah, I'm gonna do 2 packs of sazon, but this one doesn't have salt. I'm using one with salt and one with no salt. You don't need to do that. Just put less salt, but I like my flavor sazon to be very strong. We're gonna put pepper. That's not pepper, that's salt. Salt. And pepper. And just mix all this up. All right, guys, now we're gonna add our ground beef. Look at my tool, guys. You see? It has all the little things so that it helps, you know, smash it. When I would have just been here like this with one. Like, what? I could do both at the same time. Much easier. This is gonna be so good, guys. I'm starving. It smells delicious. And listen, when you make this at home, you can just make your crunch wrap as fat as you want. Because I feel like now you go to Taco Bell and the crunch wraps are like this thin. Like it's bullshit. It really is. Like no, they barely put any protein inside of it. They make them super thin and like, I don't know. Like it just doesn't, the idea is amazing. Crunch wrap idea, fire. But they just don't put enough meat or not enough protein. I like my crunch wrap to be like this fat. Huge. We're just gonna cook this all the way through, guys. Okay, guys, so we're gonna assemble our crunch wraps. I'm very excited. So we got the big tortilla. Remember, we have big tortilla and we have smart tortilla. So first we do the big one. You're gonna put a nice little scoop of your meat. Remember, you wanna do the ingredients that you want, like you don't mind if they're warm by the picadillo because the picadillo is already hot. So you don't wanna do this and then put tomatoes because then your tomatoes are gonna be like warm and gushy. No, get that nice and flat. Okay, then I'm gonna go in with my cheese because you want the cheese to be nice and warm and melted and delicious. And remember, if you mix it up like that, like just how I just did, don't put this back in there. Don't put it back inside. Don't do it. I'm gonna add a little bit more picadillo. Okay, then next up, we're gonna do our chips. So we want it to have a nice little crunch layer. You know, it's a crunch wrap. So you can go ahead and put in like a hard tortilla, but I like chips. So I'm gonna put in my Doritos chips. Try to break them so like they're flat. I like to use the Cool Ranch flavor, but you can use the red ones if you want. I'm just a big fan of these. This is what's gonna give it that nice crunch when you bite into that. All right, up next, we're gonna do our lettuce. Guys, these are gonna be so good. I'm starving, so I can't wait. I'm like gonna speed make the taco as fast as I can. I'm so hungry. We're gonna do more cheese. I like cheese, guys, okay? Next, we're gonna do sour cream. I'm using the light sour cream. It just has a little bit less calories. It tastes the same. You know, it's the same thing. And lastly, we're gonna go in with our pico. Okay, so I know we have this lime sauce in the pico, but you don't want to get that much of the sauce because you don't want it to be soggy. So I just go ahead and scoop it and like kind of push the sauce out a little bit because you don't want it to be soggy. Hopefully these crunch wraps close, guys. I think I made them a little chunky. Now for the last step, we're gonna get our small tortillas, throw them right on top, just like that, right on top. And you're just gonna kind of make it like a little sandwich. So you go like this, and then you fold it here. Twist the plate as you're doing it to make it easier. Just fold it again. and just seal that guy. You want to just, if it's coming out, like your filling is coming out, just go ahead and push it back in. And then that is your seal on the crunch wrap. Just like that. So now we take it to the stove. All right, guys, so I put it on the stove just for like maybe a minute. You put it on like medium, and then look, you're gonna go ahead and flip, and look at this. That's what's gonna seal your crunch wrap. And you'll just flip it to the other side and put it there for another minute. Just make sure you keep an eye on it and you don't burn it. I've made these before. The first time I made them, I burnt them real bad. So you need to just make sure you check and make sure you look, and then they're almost ready to eat. All right, guys, so now I finished all of them. They look great. So with this recipe, you can make more because I still have more picadillo, so you can probably make like, I made 5, you can probably make like 7 or 8. All right, guys, now let's do the taste test. Guys, it's so good. So delicious, guys. You need to try this one out. And that's it for today. Delicious recipes, like always. Bye.